When you get your When I'm Done paper, you're going to go and scan this QR code. It's going to start a video just like this one. The first thing you will hear is the teacher giving you a lesson. You will not have this sheet. Elements of art. Line. A mark that is longer than it is wide. Here are some types of lines. Vertical, go up and down. Horizontal, go side to side. And inside this word, you'll see the word horizon. We often will make a horizon line on the distance of our art. Diagonal lines, dashed lines, zigzag lines, curved lines. Here are some contour lines. The outline of an object shows the general shape without adding too much detail. You will see these along the outside of an object. Your cross contour lines follows the contour of the object and emphasizes its form. So this pumpkin is round, so they used curved lines on the inside to emphasize the form. You can shade with lines. If you squint your eyes, you can see how the hatch lines, which are parallel lines, can be used to create value. When they're closer together, they look darker. Your cross hatch lines use cross lines to create value. You will see that the closer they are, the darker it appears. Your line quality refers to the thickness or thinness of a line, also called line weight. Line variation create excitement and a sense of movement, which is one of our principles of design. We also, in our vocabulary list, call this a tapered line. When you get your worksheet, what you will do is follow along with the directions. Don't worry about being perfect. This is just for practice and getting better at your craft. First thing you're going to do is put your name sticker on your paper. Then you're going to listen to the directions. This one says, fill in the shape with cross contour lines. So when we do cross contour lines, we're not just doing the contour lines on the outside, we're also adding it to the inside. Now this is an apple, and I know an apple has some roundness to it, so I'm going to use some curved lines. Also, it has some bumpiness at the bottom, so I might add some bumpy lines. Even though this isn't a pumpkin and it's starting to kind of look like a pumpkin, the more lines you add, the more you will be able to see that form. We're going to come over here. We're going to fill in the circles to show hatch and cross hatch lines. Remember to draw the lines along the contour of the circles. So, when you're using markers in my classroom, they are taped together. You're going to pull them out by pinching right here on the lid and then pulling out. Here I'm going to do some hatch lines. Now they said do it along the contour, so to make this look more round, I'm going to make some round ones. You can also make some parallel lines like that and create shade by adding more in between and also the thickness. When you put it in, if it's too hard to push, put it down on the table and push down. This said show hatch and cross hatch. I'm going to leave this one as my hatched, where I have it going just one way, and over here I'm going to do my cross hatch lines. So here I'm going to go across. Once again, you can see the shadow is created by putting more closer together. We're going to draw a line or multiple lines that show interesting line quality. What I want you to do is create a tapered line by practicing making wide and thick lines. You can do this with multiple colors. And it doesn't need to look any certain way. You're just practicing. Here, we're going to test out different types of lines below. You're going to label the type of line you use when you are finished. So here is vertical. Here is horizontal. You may also want to use the vocabulary sheet we have in class. So on the vocabulary sheet we have in class, I have spiral and varied. And I'm going to choose curved. Then draw those lines in the box. When you're finished, put it back in your class box.